Good, beautiful morning, everybody, and welcome to the Wednesday edition of Shortcuts for Your Soul. My name is William Michael Forbes. I'm a spiritual medium, a channel, and an intuitive life coach. And today I have with me the energy of the Divine Collective, who want to talk about the symptoms and meaning of awakening. And it's a very interesting subject because a lot of people talk about this great awakening that's going on. Awakening and ascension, all these buzzwords we hear today that actually have a valuable meaning in terms of understanding who exactly and what exactly you are. So let's go over some of the symptoms of awakening. They're going to surprise you. What they told me surprised me a bit. Confusion is a symptom of awakening. Strong swings in emotion from positive to negative. Deep, profound moments of well-being inexplicably manifesting in your experience. Physical symptoms such as ringing in the ears, sudden headaches, shakiness, heart palpitations. Some of these are symptoms of awakening because your body is being changed, your mind is being changed, your soul is being changed. Other symptoms of awakening is the desire to question one's own thoughts and behaviors. That's a very important one, they said. Very important that you consider your thoughts and behaviors, that you begin that process of evaluation. That is the most profound state of recognizing that you are awakening, as you are beginning to evaluate the distinction between your body, your mind, your thoughts, and who you are as a spiritual entity. And it's important you make a distinction between what you are, what your mind is, what your body is, and what your thoughts are, because they are very different degrees of one and the same thing. And you may choose to align yourself to thoughts, or you may choose to align yourself to your body, or you may choose to align yourself to emotions, or you may choose to align yourself to the past or to possible futures. Yet there will always be a distinction between all of those things in yourself as a spiritual entity that must be fully understood and comprehended, that you are distinct and unique from the thoughts in your mind. Other symptoms of awakening are hearing voices. That's a really big one for a lot of people, hearing voices. Getting signs of flashing lights. You get something coming, you see something out of the corner of your eye, you turn and there's nothing there. Sequences of numbers. People walking around seeing sequence 111, 333, 444, 1234. Repetitive synchronicities that happen quite frequently are other indications of awakening. And the importance of this awakening and its meaning are only found and discovered when one begins to explore who they are. You need to begin to explore who you are. Many of you are trapped in the realm of thoughts. In fact, the vast majority of you are trapped in the realm of thought, memory, and emotion, all the while feeling uncomfortable and challenged in your day-to-day living, because deep inside you know that there's more to your life than the life that you are currently living. And without a proper understanding or roadmap of what your journey is and where you're intending on going, it can be very difficult to find peace in the confusion of your mind. There are changes going to be happening to all of your bodies. These are other symptoms of awakening. The sensations in your body changing. You know, your body is designed to react and respond to your thinking mind, and you're supposed to be designed to be able to operate your thinking mind independent of itself. That is, you're not subjective to the the thoughts in your mind. And it's so important to become aware of this. But the symptoms and meaning of awakening are all around you. Restlessness, a deep yearning for something you know not what, recognizing you are here for a purpose but are unable to quite get what it is. You just know you are here for something different than you are currently here for. That is a very powerful sign of a symptom of awakening, a deep yearning and wanting for something you know not what that would yet improve and change the quality of your life. And ultimately, that is the most profound recognition, is that you recognize that there is a better life for you than the one you may be currently experiencing, or at least one that you can advance and improve from where it is to something else. The physical sensations are manifold, as we've already articulated. Headaches, heat flashes, excitation, heart palpitations, a deep need for water, finding yourself being very thirsty. Other physical symptoms can include intense, unexpected fatigue, bouts of extreme excitation and a desire to do something. You get bursts of energy unexpectedly. These are all symptoms of awakening. In the realm of your mind, as you begin this process of awakening, you start to evaluate and consider, where are my thoughts coming from? And this is where awakening can prove to be very dynamic and exciting. That moment you begin to make a distinction between your awareness and your thoughts. As most of you think that your thoughts are thinking, but your thoughts are not thinking. Your thoughts are mostly memories of what you've remembered. Thinking is a very different process than simply evaluating thoughts. But that point where you, as awareness, begin to distinguish and question your thoughts is a very important turning point in the process of awakening. That place where you begin to say, where did this thought come from? And why do I have this idea? And where did this come from? You begin to question the nature and source of the information that is in the structure of your mind, which of course is not you. The mind is but the instrument you utilize to fabricate a function of creation in this physical dimension. But primarily, that moment where you begin to evaluate your thoughts, your words, and your actions, like a fly on the wall observing a room, you begin to watch your thoughts. Like a hawk in the air looking for a mouse, you examine thoughts in your mind. You begin to examine emotions and their source, their causes, and you begin to seek out ways to ameliorate your discomfort from certain thoughts and emotions. You begin to realize that you are not your thoughts and you are not your emotions. You begin to realize that you are an awareness, a spiritual entity in possession of a physical organism called your body, in possession of information that you call your mind, in possession of ideas and beliefs and values that constitute, when combined with your mind and body, your personality. Your mind, your body, and you as the awareness constitute the full structure of what you call your personality. You begin to cross the threshold of being asleep to awakening when you begin the process of evaluating the thoughts, your memories, your emotions, their nature, their source. Begin the process of understanding how you can begin to utilize, alter, and change the function of thought in your mind, the function of emotion in your body. As thought stimulates emotion into function, so too does certain quality of emotion stimulate certain thoughts into function. The relationship between your mind and body is a two-way communication. The body can stimulate thoughts in the mind, and the mind can stimulate emotions in the body. And you, as the individual awareness, as a soul, are designed by nature to be the coordinator and orchestrator of the activity between your thoughts, your emotions, and the function of the body in relationship to those emotions. If you have not cultivated the ability to transform, change, edit, or delete certain thoughts, or to learn how to change or transform emotional energy from one state into another, then the process of awakening can be significantly more difficult, as you're now trying to solve a problem while you're in the problem, and you cannot solve a problem in the problem. You have to move to a different state of consciousness in order to effect a change on a problem. A problem cannot be solved at the level which created it. None of your problems can be solved at the level which created them. Many of you are struggling with areas of your life, not because you wish to be struggling, but you simply do not know how to shift your perceptual awareness from one state to another, from the subjective state to the objective state, to the creative state to the non-creative state. As you begin to become curious about who you are as a spiritual entity, as an awareness that can observe your thoughts and interact with the very nature of emotions that you can generate with those thoughts, you move into the realm of beginning to construct a personality that's more suitable to the nature of who and what you truly are, rather than being subjective to the nature of the programming and conditions given to you by your environment, which is where many of you are currently stuck, in the conditioning of your environment. But this is the time of the great awakening. This is the awakening. It is happening energetically, whether you know it or not, whether you like it or not. You are being called to awaken. Suffering is a function of directing you to awaken, as suffering is not your natural state. Creation is your natural state. Errors in creation might cause discomfort, but suffering is not your nature. Creation is your nature. Some of these symptoms and the meaning of awakening become very important. The meaning of awakening means you are no longer subjective to the conditions and information that the world has bestowed to you. You move into a position where you can begin to consider ideas and information beyond the scope of what your former conditioning would allow you to consider. But if you believe that you are a certain way and you are unable to evaluate why you even believe that way, then you will remain believing you are a certain way, and you will suffer accordingly, or not, as some of you do have very good belief systems that are quite remarkable and incredible in terms of how they affect this world creatively. But we are here primarily today to address those of you that are experiencing some of these symptoms of awakening: ringing in the ears, sudden smells in the air that there's no reason or cause for a smell like that to be around. You know, your guides and your angels will reveal themselves to you. You've been calling on them, many of you, calling upon your ascended masters, your Jesus, your Buddha. You've been calling upon them all to assist you, your Michaels and your Raphaels, and many others that you call upon, your Ganeshas, the many multidimensional beings that are available for you to call upon for guidance and assistance. But you must cultivate and develop the faculties to be able to perceive, receive, and experience their interaction with you, that you could benefit from the guidance, the knowledge, and wisdom that they will provide for you, as equally as your neighbor might provide you with a solution on how to build a fence. Your guardian angels, your ascended masters, those that are here to aid you if you request them to aid you, can provide you with very valuable information and direction that you cannot get from this world. As we said, the problem cannot be solved at the level which created it. So you must learn to reach beyond what you know, to gain access to what you do not know. And it is what you do not know that will give you the information, the knowledge to begin to effect a very precise and specific change in this dimensional reality. You must move out of what you know into what you do not know. Ergo, why so many of you do want to call upon the angels. You do wish to commune with God. You do wish to commune with your Krishnas, your Yoganandas, your Jesus, your Buddha, You wish to commune with them because you know innately that they know what you do not know, and it's what you do not know that will save you, not what you know, because what you know is simply giving you what you already have. We work through this one, We work through this one to instruct and facilitate the awakening of individuals so that you know that you are not simply a meat sack in this physical dimension, a composite collage of thoughts, a cacophony of ideas and memories. That is not just who you are, that's information you've acquired. But we're here to facilitate that your awakening goes directly and consciously to the place where it needs to go, that point of awakening, where you know you are not your thoughts. You know you are not your emotions. You know you are not your body. You have thoughts. You create emotions, and you have a body. The substance of emotion is the energy that produces every functional action any human being shall ever, has ever, or will ever perform. Emotion drives the function of all human activity, that which is good and that which is not so good. And we're here to guide you, if you're open and receptive to being guided in your awakening, to move far beyond your function of suffering, far beyond the confines of the emotional fences that keep you enslaved to certain mindsets that do not allow you to feel freedom or to consider another possibility for your life. And yet all the while, all of what you seek is available to you. You hear these words spoken, even in the human realm. You hear these words spoken. All that you need is all around you. You just need to be able to see it, to know it, to understand it. In the process of awakening, there is a shift, an almost dynamic polarity that begins to happen within you, a dynamic polarity of that which is good and that which is not so good. You becoming awake and aware that there are some thoughts that do not serve you and there are some emotions that do not serve you. And the polarity of that perceptual state allows you to begin to make choices different than the thoughts and the emotions that you were once identified with would allow you to in and of themselves. If you believe you are a certain thought, you believe you are a certain emotion, then you cannot make a change. You must learn to make a distinction between you as the awareness, the thoughts, you as the awareness of the emotions, you as the awareness of the body. Without that practical, deliberate distinction of awareness, you'll be bound by the confines of the constructed personality that you've acquired from this environment. And this is not something that's very favorable to a large majority of you, as the environment simply has imposed upon you the interpretations of what it would believe or think that you actually are or are not. And so you find yourself stuck in thoughts, ideas, and beliefs that do not accurately reflect the true nature of what you truly are as a function of spiritual consciousness, here to articulate a creative expression in a physical dimension. That is what you're here for. You're here to articulate a creative expression in a physical dimension. And this process of awakening facilitates the realization of what it is you came here to do, to be. But first you must learn to understand there's a function of authority and control that you are by nature designed to have over your physical body. There is a function in your nature that you are designed by that nature to be able to orchestrate, transform, transmute thoughts and emotions to serve you, not enslave you. Your thoughts and emotions are designed to serve you. That is the way they were designed. They were not designed as tools to enslave you, although there are many people upon this world that gain benefit at enslaving people with certain thoughts and beliefs and ideologies. There's great enslavement in the realm of ideologies in this world. But you cannot be enslaved when you know who you are. When you know you are not your thoughts, you are not your emotions, you're not your body. You have these delightful instruments as mechanisms of creation. But you are not the body. You have a body. You are not the emotions. You have emotions. You are not the thoughts. You have thoughts. You are a soul, a spiritual being. It's what you are. And as a spiritual soul awakened, you can begin to evaluate thoughts, emotions, memories, and begin to orchestrate transformations and changes in the structure of what you call the mind and body. And it is the orchestration of that restructuring of your own mind and body that you become the architect of your own awakening. You move into a place where you can begin to design and create and fabricate the life that best matches your true nature, not the conditioning that says you should be this or you should be that, or you must be a doctor, or you must be a laborer, you must be a truck driver. This is what you must be. There's what you must be and there's what you are. And to learn to make the distinction between what you must be and what you are requires you become awake and aware of the distinction between your awareness, your thoughts, your emotions, and your biology, and how you can coordinate these faculties to serve you creatively in this physical dimension. And what does this all mean for humanity and for you individually? It means an individual that can consciously and deliberately articulate a creative function using their own thoughts, their own emotional energy, and their physiology can produce a life expression that's in alignment and in harmony with who they really are. On the broader scale of your human collective unconscious, the more of you that are very aware and deeply connected to the function of your purpose for being here, the function of your purpose, by the way, is a contribution of love to life. The fulfillment of the function of your purpose is a contribution of love to life. And as humanity and the individuals that make up humanity get more connected to that function of love that is the creative process you came here to execute, then humanity collectively can move from this function of survival into this function of deliberate creation, collectively speaking. And it is going on. It is going on for a great many people. There are many people awakening. Up to 2 billion of your population are currently in various degrees and stages of awakening from the very, very primal place of knowing something's not right with my life to the more deliberate state where I know that what I think and what I feel is going to create this experience. But even the very beginning stages where there's a simple irritation with the way your life is an indication that awakening is beginning, because you are irritated. Something needs to change. But many of you try to make those changes from what you already know and simply recreate or reproduce the same events again and again and again. Of course, not out of any intent to cause yourself prolonged delay, but out of a sincere attempt to try and create something new. But you cannot create something new out of something old. You cannot create something new out of the existing thoughts you have. You cannot create anything new out of the existing emotions you have. You must learn to articulate your authority over your thoughts and your emotions in a way you may never have before. And we invite you to do that with us. Wow. You know, we're at this place. We are. And you're gonna hear this from me every day for the rest of this week. You did not come into this world to suffer. You came in here to create. You came into this dimension to learn creation. And when you suffer, it's because you have not learned the function of creation. You're subjective to something that does not serve you. You've got 4 more days left to sign up for Masterclass 101, Awakening. This class is a channeled program by the Ascended Masters and other multidimensional beings that I channel and our other mediums channel during our program. It's a 3-week course, and it's going to forever change your perception of yourself, because you're going to see something about you that you've never seen before. You're going to know something about you you've never known before. Don't waste any time. You got 4 more days to sign up. Masterclass 101. Go to my website, williammichaelforbes.com. It's a 3-week program. There are a series of 6 live events every single week from Sunday to Friday. And these live events are recorded. So even if you have a busy schedule, you can always watch the recorded replay on the private group wall where we have a hub there where you can interact with the students. This is a group learning environment, an interactive. All of our live events are held on Zoom, so you're interacting with both instructors and fellow students, sharing your experiences and your perceptions. It goes very deep. There are a series of 9 guided meditations over the 3 weeks that are included with a 1 to 1.5 hour lesson and discussion and then the guided meditation. You're going to learn how to detect the symptoms of awakening, what you can do about them. You're going to learn how to begin to shift and change what you put into your body so that you can raise the frequency of your body up from a low vibrational state to a higher vibrational state. You need to learn how to elevate the body up, and you need to learn how to elevate the mind. You're going to learn how to do all these things. So go sign up for the class. Don't waste any more time. There are payment options there too. You can pay later, which means you can pay over a period of time through the PayPal option. But the course is extremely inexpensive for what you're going to be getting in these 3 weeks. You'll be getting approximately 23 hours of live interactive communication with mediums and practices that will open your inner senses, the clairvoyance, clairaudience, clairsentience, claircognizance, which is where our one-on-one masterclass Awakening is all about that. Opening up these inner faculties so you can begin to perceive the non-physical realms of information, your guides, your angels, beings that you've been calling. How many times you've been in a position where you say, God help me, right? We've all been there. In this course, you actually learn how to get that help. You actually learn how to be able to learn how to hear, to feel, to sense, to know their presence, to avail yourself of the wisdom and knowledge that is all around you. It's not like they're not trying to communicate with you. You just haven't learned how to hear. You'll learn how to open your inner ear, your inner sight, your inner knowing, your inner feeling. And without those inner faculties, you're bound by the world, the sight, sound, touch, taste, and smell, the world of the 5 physical senses, which is designed to let you interact and interface with this physical dimension. But there's these other dimensions of consciousness in which you live. Thought, for example. Your thought is another dimension. It's a non-physical realm of information. That science can register thoughts going off in the brain, right? They can register thoughts going off in the brain. But how do the thoughts get in the brain in order to be registered? Science can't tell you that because thought exists in a non-physical dimension. And science can only measure what is physical according to their instruments. In this masterclass, you'll learn how to access that other realm of information, the invisible realm. You're in it all the time. When you're watching your thoughts, you're observing an invisible realm of information. Think about that. Anytime you have a thought in your mind, you're observing an invisible realm. People can't see your thoughts in your mind. They can't see them because it's an invisible realm of information. Certain individuals, ascended masters, other multidimensional beings, can tune into that level of thought and pick up your ideas and your thoughts right from your mind. They can read your mind, so to speak, because they're on that level of perception. They're not just bound by sight, sound, touch, taste, and smell, which means all you can perceive is physical. In this masterclass, you'll begin to learn how to perceive the non-physical dimensions where guides, angels, ascended masters interact, come and go easily, where your loved ones and other beings can interact with you in the non-physical realm. Your loved ones that have left this world are not in physical bodies anymore. It's why you can't see them or hear them, but you can sense and feel them. You can learn to activate your inner senses and connect to them, feel their presence with you. And I cannot tell you how many times I've witnessed people actually feel the love of somebody who's left the physical dimension, and they suddenly feel that person's presence with them, to watch their eyes light up, to realize that person is not dead, right? You look at all these people who had these out-of-body experiences, and they say, I died, and I had this I wasn't even in my body, I was dead. And I always ask somebody when they tell me, I said, how could you be dead if you were alive, remembering that you were not in your body? You're not dead. You were in an astral body. They don't tell you that you have this other self that's not physical, that exists when the body ceases to function. In this 3-week program, you learn to access those realms of information. Not just that, but you'll also begin to get a fundamental understanding of the functions and the mechanics of your body, your mind, your emotions, and your soul, who and what you really are as a spiritual consciousness. I channel the Ascended Masters throughout this program. It's an amazing and wonderful experience. We've never had the same class twice. Everyone's unique and distinct for the people that attend the particular program. Don't waste any time. Your life is so important and so valuable, so very, very valuable. And you need to realize that what that value is. You need to remember the you that you are, not the you that's been made up by the world around you. Most people are stuck with a persona given to them by the environment. And people are emotionally struggling and frustrated. Their minds filled with TV shows and meaningless entertainment, and filled with the thoughts and beliefs and opinions and ideas of everybody else. And yet there's a you that has your own thoughts, your own beliefs, your own ideas that can be seen and heard. You can learn to see and hear and feel yourself as you really are. Something really fascinating happens whenever I watch people during a master class where the ascended masters are channeling and interacting with them, because they'll interact with you directly. And I watch time and time again when people have an awakening of who they are. They energetically suddenly realize, I'm not my thoughts. I'm not my emotions. And suddenly they feel their whole body changes. Their whole demeanor changes when they realize, I'm not my thoughts. I'm not my emotions. I have thoughts. I have an emotion. It's such a beautiful thing to feel how they're energy. And you ask them how their body feels. When that happens, the body changes. Jesus talks about it when he often says, when thine eye is single, thy whole body shall be filled with light. So when you don't have the confusion of your mind and the dichotomy of your emotions in your body, and they're not fighting with each other, and you move into a state where you're not caught up in that stuff, when your eye is single, not divided by all the thoughts in your mind, literally your body and mind become filled with a type of light. And you can vibrationally feel that. Some of you are feeling it right now as you're hearing these words, because they're telling me they're transmitting that to you. You're feeling a sense of a shift in your energy, and we know that that's happening. I know that that's happening because I've seen him do it many times. And we do not waste time. Sign up for Masterclass 101 Awakening today. And we begin with the orientation this Saturday. And the last date of registry will be Sunday, so you can still get in. Again, if you miss the orientation, it will be recorded and put up on the group wall. All events are recorded. Now let's get to your questions and answers for today. I hope you got the gist of the session today. What does it mean to awaken? The divine collective, discussing the symptoms and meaning of awakening. Very important. Thank you for those party horns. Really appreciate it. So let's see what we got going on here. Good morning, everybody on YouTube, TikTok, and Facebook. Thank you so much for the badges. Really appreciate it. I'm going to scroll back up and see it go right to the top, and we'll work our way down. If you have a question that is very personal, if you want to ask a very personal question, but you don't want it answered out live online, go to the Linktree link in my bio on my TikTok profile page, or the Linktree link. Click on the Linktree link below any of my live videos on my YouTube channel, and you can send a personal question directly through my Linktree link. You can offer a donation. Really appreciate that. Helps a little bit with the channel. Let's see here. Good morning, Bridget. Good to see you here. Sweet Fairyish is saying, grateful for prayers and positive vibes, please. Experiencing some anxiety to leave the house due to my thyroid and shakiness due. I really need to drive to see a medical specialist this Friday. Okay, Sweet Fairy Fish. I want you to sit down right now. But before sit down right now, if you're not already sitting, sit down. I'm going to have you do something. But I'm going to make one request. When you do this, I want you to share what you experience in the comment section after you experience it, okay? So what I want you to do is sit down, and I want you to take both hands like this around your thyroid, right in here. Put your hands right around there, okay? And just feel, I want you to feel what happens between the palms of the hands in here and the thyroid. Just allow the energy to flow from the palms of the hand into your thyroid. Just allow the energy to flow from the palms into thyroid. And as you do that, close your eyes and feel it. Just close your eyes and feel the flow of energy. Your brain will tell you it's heat. Your brain will tell you what it knows, okay? But don't worry about that. Just feel the energy flowing into the thyroid and become very aware that you're connecting now. Energetically, you're now consciously connecting with your thyroid. That's number one. Number two is this. Turn to your thyroid and communicate this thought. I will not ignore you anymore. Communicate that thought to it and feel how it responds to that. I will not ignore you anymore. And just feel how it responds and allow any emotions that come up in the body to come up. And now communicate to the thyroid, I will not abandon you, and I'm willing to love you and take care of you. And just repeat that sequence of thoughts a few times. I will not ignore you anymore. I will not abandon you. I'm willing to love you and take care of you. And just repeat that slowly and gently, and just feel how the thyroid reacts and responds with you, okay? And then make a comment in the comment section about it for us. Really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Hi, guys. Hi. Hello. Good morning. Good to see you guys here. Wonderful. Hello, family from South Africa. Hello, South Africa. Good to see you here. Thank you for the roses. Thank you for the gifts, guys. Thanks for the hands on hearts. How can we strengthen the connection to the higher self while tapping in to deliver messages for others? Robin, how can we strengthen the connection to the higher self while tapping into deliver the messages to others? Well, once you are tapped in, it just spontaneously starts to happen. You must understand that if there is a lack of clarity between yourself, your thoughts, your body, and your emotions, there can be some confusion. But functionally, you need to teach your mind and your body and your emotions to be still, to be quiet, to be peaceful. You must teach your mind, your body, and your emotions to become quiet, calm, and peaceful in that state where they are open and receptive to your awareness. At that point, your awareness can request or engage in receiving specific information that you may wish to bring to others. Thank you, guys. That was a good answer. Hi. Hi. Good morning. Good morning from South California. Welcome, South California. Thank you for subscribing to my TikTok channel, guys. Really appreciate that. So the disconnection from the physical is where I struggle. It's just so very supplanted. That's correct. Getting reconnected, because a lot of people's bodies have been poisoned and toxified, and alcohol, drugs, caffeine, bad food, lots of things, toxins in the air. They're spraying all kinds of stuff in the air that can diminish the body's ability to function optimally. However, there are things you can do to counter that. You can literally retrain your body into a brand new state so that the body's no longer depending upon the world for input. You're the one giving it input. And a really simple example of that would be like right now, take a slow, deep breath. Take a really slow, deep breath, fill your lungs completely, and as you exhale, tell the body to relax. Just do that. Watch what happens. Tell the body to relax as you exhale. And it relaxes, right? Do that again. Another slow, deep breath. Hold the breath. And as you exhale, relax again. It relaxes even more. Now you're beginning to take authority over the body utilizing the function of breath. They tell me this all the time. Your breath is the most sacred instrument you have in beginning to reacquire authority over your body. But yeah, once you can change the function of the body through an act of your will, you can change what it does. Buddhist monks do this all the time in some of the incredible feats they perform, firewalkers, fakirs, saints, sages that do extraordinary things, where they've learned to have a dominion and authority over the body, that it carries out that function. It carries out that function that they give it command to, whether it's to become iron shirt and they can break a spear with their throat. So yeah, you can literally retrain your body into a new state of being, to answer your question quite directly. Hi, Drusilla. Good morning. Hello, Denny. How you doing? I'm just scrolling down. Bridget's asking, I started having a sinus headache yesterday and still have it today. Do I still have emotions I need to release, or any suggestions on what this headache is? Well, the first thing they tell me is yes, you have emotions there, right? You had something stuck right here energetically. It's what is that that's stuck there? I'm just trying to tune into what it is. This is an anger that is blocked. This is an anger that you've got to release from that part of the body. It's a form of anger. Yeah, they're saying that it's a form of anger that you need to release from that area. Right, you need to release that. And Bridget, you've taken Masterclass 102, so I think you can remember what the releasing the old dense emotion is from the body. Use that practice today. Like, really apply it. The other thing you can do when a symptom in the body is really you're struggling with a problem in the body, is to not try to get rid of it, but to engage it with love. Like that person earlier asked about the thyroid, right? You know, she asked about her thyroid. You can actually go to the pain in your body and say, I'm here for you. I'm willing to love you. I'll take care of you. And you can do things to the body that demonstrate you love it, because the body's not who you are. It's an instrument you use. But yeah, they're not saying it's just because something to do with anger, Bridget. Vertical Connection says, my e-commerce store has been active for some months without getting any sales. They say marketing is the next step. What is the spiritual step instead? Yes. There's 3-dimensional steps, and then there's 4-dimensional steps. So what this person's asking is, how can I apply a spiritual remedy to alter the physical dimension? You need to go into a vibrational state of how you would be feeling right now. How would you be feeling if you were getting the sales you wanted right now? How would you be feeling? And when you consider that thought, there's going to be a sensation in your body. That sensation in your body is where the energy for the manifestation of that exists in a physical form. The minute you conceive of it, how would I feel if I had all the sales I want? Well, for me, when I think that, my whole heart chakra goes like this right now. So you start to feel that energy, and you can say to the energy, thank you, thank you, thank you. I nurture, I cultivate, I grow you, I love you. And you put energy towards that sensation and stay in the vibration of that feeling. And you spend a good 10, 15 minutes a day in that feeling, and you'll start seeing changes to your sales happening energetically. Someone is asking, I feel July is going to be a transformative month for me. Any instruction from my guides and angels? You're already getting them. They're saying you're already getting. It's already getting. That's why you're asking the question. I got it. I'm just saying. Will I be okay sending the money this week? Of course you will. Of course you will. Why wouldn't you be? Remember, if you harbor doubt, you're holding an energy. There's always a natural, healthy, dynamic way for you to get what you need and want at any point of time and space. It's true. But you have to come to an understanding of how that feels. MC Masterclass is so worth it and so healing. Works out at about $4 an hour for all the time William and the team put into it. Thank you so much for breaking it down like that. Thank you so much. Thank you for subscribing. Really appreciate that. Can you explain what guides are? Well, guides are non-physical entities that are different degrees of consciousness. It's like Buddha's a non-physical entity now. Jesus is a non-physical entity now. Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, your loved ones that have left this dimension that are no longer physical in physical forms are non-physical entities that you can learn to interact with. There are good non-physical entities, and there are not so good ones, just like there's good humans and there are not so good humans. We put an emphasis in our masterclass series on raising your vibration to a positive state so that you resonate with higher vibrational beings. Because once you can raise your vibration up, you'll connect. It's like if you call your friend's cell phone number, you're going to get your friend because the frequency of his number matches the one you have in your phone. So when you're in a state of love or joy or happiness or bliss, you'll connect to beings on that level. If you learn how to see, hear, feel, and sense and know their presence, if you're in a low vibrational state like anger or frustration, you'll connect to beings on that level. And humanity's right now struggling with that right now, because a lot of humans are connected to the negative realm of information and connecting to lower vibrational beings all the time. But they're literally physical, non-physical individuals that exist in consciousness. Who are my spiritual guides in this blessed life I'm currently living? Hi, Bartman. Thank you for the question. It would probably be more beneficial for you to again, I recommend that you book a reading with me. Book a half-hour reading with me. We'll go into really deep details. There's a lot more information that they want to give you than just telling you their names. Yes, Archangel Raphael will say that he does definitely work with you and wants you to focus more on healing than on suffering. And there are others. We can go into that a little further later. There we go. Wonderful. Thank you so much. You're very welcome. Wonderful. Thank you so much. So my guides are the loved ones who have passed, like grandparents. They can be grandparents. They can also be angels, cherubs, fairies, gnomes. They're different species of, that's the only term I can use, different species of spirits, as are different species of life on this planet. As above, so below, right? So there are different beings, different types of spiritual entities. There are low vibrational entities, high vibrational entities. You want to connect to higher vibrational entities. But yes, they can be your loved ones. They can be the people that you worship. If you worship any of the Hindu deities, if you worship any of the Christian deities or any of the Jewish deities, you can connect to those energies. You'll learn to do that in the masterclass. Is there a difference between guides, spirits, ancestors, etc.? They have their own personal dispositions. Like the way Master Jesus communicates with me and through me is very different than the way, say, Archangel Raphael communicates with and through me, or the way I've had the spirit of our past animal communicate with me, or my father, or my mentors, different beings that have communicated to me over the last 5 or so years that I've been very conscious of this process now. They are very individual, just like there's individuals in this physical dimension. In the non-physical dimension, there's individuality as well. Thank you. Thank you for the badges. Thank you. I appreciate that. Trying to catch up. Well, lots of new questions, eh? Okay, on YouTube, it looks like, I wonder if she's done that. Sweet Fairy-ish. Have you done what you were suggested to do? I'd be really curious to hear. Hello, David. Good to see you. Jesus Christ, why are you here? Oh, hello there. Who's this? Dark Till Dawn Oracle. My goodness. There we go. I won't do that part. Can you believe I'm on this live, but just got an invite to join William again? Guess it's a scam. I have no idea. I will not directly message you. So obviously there's scammers that hijack people from my TikTok channel and probably my YouTube channel too. But I will not message you directly to have a reading with me. If I'm going to suggest you have a reading, I'll do it right here live. I will not request you send money. I will not request you send crypto. I will not deliberately, directly message you unless we have some previous arrangement, like here right now. Or you sent me an email and you requested I reach out to you. Then I'll give you information. Hi there. I've been having out-of-body experiences since 16 and wonder if there is a reason for this. Yes, there is a reason for this, Jenny. Come join Masterclass 101. Sign up this week. And you'll not only get to the reason, you'll be able to utilize that ability to gain valuable information for your life that most people can't get access to because they think they are a body. You have an astral body, a non-physical body, which is what most people go to when they leave the physical dimension. When the body ceases to function, they move to that default form of energy, right? But you'll learn all about it in the class. Thank you so much. I followed what William said about healing, and it works back. And an injury on the leg pain gone. Wonderful. Thank you for sharing that, Kathy. That happens a lot. The Ascended Masters will do healings with people in class. It's an amazing thing to watch, how people can have decades of emotional suffering cleared up in a very short period of time. It's pretty remarkable. Yeah, remember to share, like, and subscribe. Getting a reminder of that. Somebody else saying, I tried astral traveling, got slammed back in my body. Yes, that happens. Fear will do that. Hi there. I've been told the body is literally made to do what it's told by us. I speak to my DNA. Yeah, it's very true. Your body's designed to do whatever you tell it to do. It's designed that way. Unless you got some karma or something going on, then you could you have to clear that out. Wonderful. Hi, Jen. Jen's asking if she's got if there's a message for her. I'm being told to tell you to quiet the ripples in the mind during meditation. Do not let the mind ripple in your meditations. Do not let your mind ripple in the meditation. Keep in utter stillness and let that which you are ready to receive come up from the waters. Wow. Yeah, that happens. Somebody says ever in their dream. Yeah, that happens. I end up in people's dreams. Oh, thank you for that super sticker, Bridget. Really appreciate that. I can't see what the sticker actually is because I'm on a StreamYard interface. But thank you so much. Oh, Amanda, thank you for subscribing. Really appreciate it. Is the info I got about being from Sirius true? I was even given my Syrian name. Yes, it is true. When you understand the quantum field, you'll understand there's so many more possibilities about what your life has been. Thank you so much, Amanda, for the roses. Really appreciate that. I'm low on income, but I know it's going to change, and I'm looking forward to take William's classes. Wonderful, Kathy. I'm so looking forward to having you in the class too. And yet will change. When you feel, let me ask you a question. And when I ask you this question, Kathy, notice what you feel in your body when I ask you this question, okay? If you already had the money you needed right now, how would you feel? And notice where that feeling is in your body, because that's where that possibility can come into this world through your body. If you can feel that energy and amplify it, again, you'll learn how to do this in the masterclass, how to amplify new emotions in the body, which allow you to create differently in this dimension. Someone said, I was under the impression that we pick our guides before we come to Earth. Some people have done that, but generally speaking, you get them according to your conscious evolution. Your guides connect you according to the nature and quality of your vibration, physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. If you're in a relatively high vibrational state, you'll connect to beings that are in a high vibrational state. If you're in a low vibrational state, you'll connect to beings in a lower vibrational state. So your vibration ultimately determines the guides you'll interact with, the guides that will come and the guides that will go in your life are determined by what you are vibrationally in alignment with. If you're in alignment of love, then you're going to connect to the beings on that frequency of energy. If you're in alignment with fear, you'll connect to beings on that frequency of energy. You're exploring the non-physical dimensions. There's a lot of confusion and chaos happening with a lot of people who are trying to access spirit realm from their fear and anger and their guilt and their shame. They're connecting to low vibrational energies that can incline people to do all kinds of crazy stuff. Whereas high vibrational beings will always guide you to to become the best you, to manifest the most loving possible expression of yourself, to become the most creative potential of yourself as well. It's really fascinating. Hi. I can't. Hi. I find lots of feathers. Is that a sign of some sort? Yes, it is. I like to believe it's from angels. Yes, it can be very much. You can request for, you can ask for a specific message, and we teach you how to learn how to ask for a specific message from your guides and angels so that you know you're connecting with them. You can know that you're connecting with them. They can give you, they can interact energetically with things to cause things to happen in this dimension. One of my most exciting times, about 4 years ago, I went out. We'd been told in the class to think of something that we wanted to that be a demonstration of our guides and angels connecting with us. And I turned around and I said, I want knowledge that Master Jesus and Archangel Michael are with me, and I would like a hawk feather to represent that. And literally, after the class was over, I went outside and I'm walking down the street, and literally I hear this hawk scream above, and a feather comes floating down from him and lands right at my feet on the street. So pretty amazing things can happen when you start requesting information, right? Which you can. And it's not just enough to request it. You have to learn how to receive it. Because people pray to God all the time. People pray to Jesus. People pray to Buddha, Ganesh, all these different beings, Krishna, right? They pray to them all the time, but they don't get answers. It's not that they can't get answers. It's that they haven't learned how to hear. They haven't tuned their awareness to listen. They're able to speak, but they don't know how to hear. And you need to learn how to open up clairaudience, which is clear hearing, inner hearing, and you'll hear them. You really will. It's a true thing. Let's see. Hi. William is not a scam. Highly, highly recommend this course and readings. Thank you so much, Jen. Really appreciate that. To answer your question, William, it's in my head, and I felt I wasn't worth earning more money. Well, now that you know that you can change that energy in your head, you can learn the process. You can learn the process of changing. They've taught us how to release old emotions from our minds and our bodies that inhibit things from coming into our lives. So as long as you can recognize that that's where you store that energy, you can release it from the body. There's certain practices you can learn that will teach you how to let go of those inhibiting emotions, because emotions organize matter. My guardian angel John told me that a bunch of years ago. He told me that very clearly. He said, yes, emotion is the fifth state of energy. Emotion is the fifth state of energy. It controls all matter below it. Hi. Someone says, a picture of a wolf flew in front of my friend, and what was this message meant for myself or my friend? To be open to the teacher. To be open to the teacher when he comes before you. To be open to the teacher when he comes before you, to recognize the teacher that comes before you. You'll only have a short window to do that. When you recognize the teacher that can give you the guidance and information you need, will be presented to you, and then being able to act on that immediately. But that's why it came quickly and kind of blew by you guys, because you'll only have a short window, right? It's not going to be a long window. David's asking, hi, William. I got an opportunity to work with a startup AI business, which could be quite lucrative, but I'm not sure about it. Any guidance? Welcome. Yeah, David, that emotion of uncertainty in your body, if that where's that emotion live in your body? Wherever that emotion lives in your body, you need to release it from the body. I'm being told to tell you it will be they're saying for certain it will be very beneficial to you financially. They're saying the spiritual growth from that will come because of the financial benefit. You'll be able to start taking other sorts of training and learning. But it's a step for you at this time that's practical and maybe necessary in order to begin to sustain your spiritual path. That's good, cool. The answer is yes, Manoj. I'm just told to tell you yes. Hang on. It wants me to do this funky thing. There we go. We got that. Well, listen, everybody. I want to say thank you. I have many things to do. I'm honored and privileged to be able to have this time with you guys, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. And again, I cannot stress enough how important and life-changing signing up for our masterclass series can be for you, where you will literally learn how to open up clairvoyance, clairaudience, clairsentience, claircognizance, to learn to connect to your guides and angels, to know that you are truly not alone in this world, in the non-physical world as well. You have guides, you have angels, you have loved ones that want to assist you and guide you if you're open and receptive to it. I want to wish you all much love. And remember, today's a brand new day. And now, of course, is a brand new moment. I'll look forward to seeing you guys on Friday. Have yourselves a wonderful, joyful game. WilliamMichaelForbes.com is where you go to sign up for Masterclass 101 Awakening. And I encourage you that are on TikTok, if you want to watch the replay of this, you can go to my YouTube channel and watch the replay of it there under the live section in about an hour's time. Thank you, TikTok, YouTube, and Facebook. I wish you all much, much love. Bye for now.